Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tool review is going to be a Klein tool that I just had in a tool haul video, but I'm going to go ahead and do a review because I made a mistake in that video as far as what I told people it would do and wouldn't do, because my brain was totally focused on ratchets and I wasn't thinking about even the thing that y'all were telling me, at least a few of you anyways. You were telling me in the comments that the 3/8 adapter had a pass-through in it, and I was still trying to figure out how's that going to allow me to use a 1/4" ratchet. But I understand what you're saying now. In fact, I've even seen it in other people's videos, but for whatever reason, I didn't think of it when I was filming. So I'm going to go ahead and do a review. The really only replay of most of the things is I'm going to go over the sizes again, just in case this is the only video you're watching and you haven't watched the tool haul video. And plus, that way I can put a link to this video at the end of that video to make the correction. So again, let's go ahead and jump into this. This is the Klein. It's the 20-piece or the Flip 20 deep well heavy duty socket set. Part number is 65239. You can get this at Lowe's for $99. I bought mine off Amazon. It was $82, so it's a little bit cheaper. So it's a socket set that's metric and SAE. It's a flip socket set. As far as the sizes and then also the combinations you get, because sometimes that's important, you get 11/16 and 13/16, 5/8 and 3/4, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 3/8, 7/16, and then 1/4 and 5/16. That's your SAE sizes in this set. And then whenever you get over to the metric, you have an 8 and a 10, a 9 and 11, 12 and 14, 13 and 15, and 16 and 18. I know several of you mentioned that 17 and 19 would have been a better combination for the last one. Maybe they'll come out with more options later, but that's the sizes that you get. And then as far as adapters go, you get a 3/8 adapter here to work with the bigger sockets, and then this will also work in the 3/8 pass-through. Again, I don't have that to show it to you, but that's the case on that. And then you get 2 1/4" shafts. These are the same as the flip socket shafts. For the normal flip sockets, the ones that we've had for quite some time, this is the same thing. These are going to work on the 1/4", the smaller size sockets, as you get down to those smaller sizes. And again, the 3/8 one works on the big ones. And this is where I messed up in my explanation anyways in that last video. If you look at the bigger sockets and you look down through there, you can see that's a square drive, and you can use this 3/8 square drive adapter on those big sizes, and that's going to allow you to basically put it on a 3/8 ratchet if you want to. You can again put it in the pass-through ratchet. I've got my M12 3/8 stubby here that I can put that on, or maybe you've got whatever, whatever you have that has that 3/8 on it. That's your regular style. You can use it on that. And then of course, whenever you get down to these smaller sizes, for instance, here's the 1/4 and the 5/16. If you look down that barrel there, if I can get it to where you're seeing, you can see it's a spline drive, which is the same as the spline that's on these shafts here. So that's what these shafts are intended for. So you got 3 sizes here in the SAE, and then of course you got 3 in the smaller that fit these type of shafts. But in that video I said you can't really use the big ones on those shafts, because if you look at the 5/8 and the 3/4, again you've got that square drive. You can't use this shaft in that obviously, because it's not got the square, it's got the spline. And that's where I was wrong in that. And again, I even knew this, but my brain was totally focused on I can use 3/8 ratchets and I can't use 1/4" ratchets. And that's what I was trying to explain with that, and I got ahead of myself. So I apologize. Everybody makes mistakes sometime, but everybody was commenting, or at least not everybody, but a few people were commenting and saying, hey, I thought that the 3/8 drive was a pass-through to where you could still use the big ones, because it would make sense to me, in all honesty, and I think I said it in that last video, that I wouldn't want to use a 13/16 socket on a fastener and use an impact with this kind of a shaft on it. In all honesty, even though I'm going to show you that you still can, I don't know that there's going to be a situation where I'm going to feel like that's not going to end up breaking this shaft or doing something like that. But if you look at this 3/8 drive, again, they were telling me there was a pass-through on it, and so I was looking for a hole in the top of this, thinking, how am I going to basically I was trying to figure out how am I going to make this fit onto my 3/8 ratchet so I could use those smaller sockets on a 3/8 ratchet. And I finally figured out what everybody was talking about or trying to explain to me to remember. If you look inside of here, if I can get the light just right, you can see that spline drive inside this 3/8. So now that allows me to take the 1/4" shaft that comes with the kit, stick it inside this 3/8, and now I can take the bigger size flip sockets, the one with those 3/8 drives, stick them on that, and now I can go into my impact, whether it's the 1/4", like this is my M12 Surge. And again, I just can't see myself using, maybe you would maybe use the 3/4, but I can't see myself doing a 13/16 on this shaft with an impact like this, in my personal opinion. But you do have the option to do that. So with this kit, as it is, if I didn't own this other kit back here that I'm about to show you, basically, what can you use them on? You can use all the sockets, any of them that you want to, in a screwdriver if you want to, using those shafts like this, or in a 1/4 inch impact like this one. You can use every single socket in those two tools. So if you've got a screwdriver that will hold a shaft like this, or you've got a 1/4 inch impact, you can fit all those sizes. Now if you have a 3/8 impact like this 3/8 stubby here, the only way that you can make any of these sockets work are you can only use the few of them that have this 3/8 drive. So I could take and use this adapter, put that on there, stick that on there, but there's no way for me to take and make this have that spline shaft so that I can put it on my 3/8 stubby or on a 3/8 ratchet. So basically there's no way for me to make that happen and use 6 of my socket sizes. So 6 of the socket sizes that I have, I will only be able to use them in a driver like this, or in a screwdriver, or if I have a Klein or any other brand, don't have to be a Klein, here's the Klein one here, a ratchet that has a bit holder. I can also take this shaft right here and stick it inside of a bit holding ratchet and use it in a 1/4 inch ratchet in that way. So here's a 8 and 10 again. I could take and slide that on there and use that as a ratchet. But there's no way for me to stick any of these smaller sockets on a regular 1/4 inch ratchet like this Craftsman one I have here, unless you get the adapter that I showed you in the last video. The part number on this kit here is 65238. I'm not sure if you get this in any other kit. This set right here basically has those 3 smaller SAE sizes, so none of these are going to fit on that 3/8 drive. But in this kit, since they're giving me a 1/4 inch ratchet, they also give me a 1/4 inch adapter here that works on a 1/4 inch ratchet like this. So I could take and do this, put those flip sockets on there, and use that on a regular ratchet. Or if I had this 3/8 drive on my M12 stubby, I could take a 1/4 inch adapter like this one, put that on top of my 3/8 M12 stubby. It's always hard to get that thing on there, and then use the adapter that Klein provided and go with that. So with this adapter here, if I had it out of that set, and that's the one that I said Klein, in my opinion, should have gave you that in this set as well, that allows me to use all these sockets on a 1/4 inch driver like this one, like the M12 Surge, also a 1/4 inch bit driving ratchet like this Klein one right here, also a 1/4 inch ratchet like this one, a 3/8 ratchet like this one, and then also a impact that actually has like the 3/8 or 1/4 inch end on it for sockets in particular. It allows you to do that. So that one piece, if they would have gave you that, it allows you so much more usefulness on your tools to where you can use every socket in that way. But like I said, from the get-go, if I didn't own this set, the only way that I could use all these sockets 100% would be on my M12 Surge, and then also on a 3/8 ratchet or a 1/4 inch bit holding ratchet like this one. But yeah guys, overall very useful set. Again, I wish Klein would have given us this one. I've already got it, so it's not a big deal to me. It came in that kit that they sent me, but it would have been nice if they added that in there. It just gives you so much more flexibility. But again, hopefully they'll sell maybe this one separate, or maybe you got it in your pass-through set if you've already bought that one as well. It probably comes in some other kits. But overall, I think, again, it's still a very useful set. A lot of sizes right there in a small package. I think it's going to work really well for a lot of different people out there. But I just wanted to make sure I corrected that. That you can actually use those big sockets on those 1/4 inch shafts. You just have to use the adapter, and it's a pass-through in there, so you fit it on there like that. So I appreciate you all correcting me on that in the comments below. Again, if you ever see me say something wrong, please do that. It's not something that's very easy to really fix in the video. Once it's posted, it's posted. You can't really do a whole lot of editing after that. But if I just totally mess something up, I'll just delete it. But I wanted to make that correction so I can put this at the end of that other video. And again, I just kind of did a real quick overview of the thing in case this is the first video of it you've watched. But again, you can get this on Amazon a little bit cheaper than Lowe's. I know some people don't like shopping on Amazon. You'd rather go shop at Lowe's, and that's up to you, but I'm just letting you know that it is cheaper on Amazon if you want to pick it up. I'll put links in the description to these things, but let me know in the comments below what you think about the set. Also, sorry for the mistake I made. Hopefully this is a lot clearer. Hopefully that makes more sense anyways. But I hope this video was useful, helpful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. See you on the next video.